Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, guys. This is my complete guide, my A-level workflow. For those of you who are in year 11 or who are in year 12, just like myself, who need to, get back on track with you in year 11, like you're not sure what to do, and you don't want to fuck up your social life, and you don't want to end up like either a nobody or end up falling behind and having to catch up. This is the workflow. If you follow, you will not need to study after school once doing this. Live a chill life. So if you're in year 11, plan ahead with the A levels you're gonna choose. Know your A levels you're gonna choose the day you walk into the college's door. Like the day they call you and say your offer is this, this and this, you should have known that offer like 3-4 weeks ago. If you are choosing a combo which is unorthodox, so like biology, English and history, actually might not be too unorthodox, but if you are choosing an unorthodox combo, know that your resources are going to be very, very limited and everything is not going to be linked. But if you're taking biology, chemistry and maths, everything is going to be linked. Or like computer science, if you're taking maths, physics and computer science, you're chilling. It's hard, but everything flows together in a sense.
Dylan! Bitch.
If you're taking like computer science, English, literature and biology, and I promise you there is a kid in my computer science class who takes that, you will end up so confused because nothing flows. I'm not saying don't take an unorthodox combo. If you enjoy biology but you want to do computer science, take biology for all I care. But just know unorthodox combos lead to more confusion than you think. Make sure to stay hydrated also. So social time and like me time is very crucial. What a lot of people will tell you is that, oh no, you need to put your head to the grindstone, you should like work. Once you finish working, do some more. Kind of true, but there's a time and a place. Don't be one of those man that you are in school from 8 AM till 5 PM every day in the library, and then you go home, study some more. Because you're gonna A, burn yourself out, and B, that means your studying is unproductive. If you're doing that much work and you're not getting A's, A stars, your work hours are unproductive. So you need to focus on efficiency, not on time taken. Because work efficiency, that work done, is not time taken. It's time taken times effort put in. That's your output. I can spend 6 hours working if I'm just rereading notes. But if I do like 2 hours of practice, like actual practice problems, I promise you my return on investment is way more. So yeah, go have your fun, go chill with your boys, go like, if you play a sport, don't leave that sport, have your passion outside of school. So with me, that's video editing and programming. I know programming is kind of related, and then calisthenics. These three things will like keep you grounded. You know you have something which you can enjoy, which you do, but it also isn't like destructive. So I'm not saying go bang out video games for 3 hours a day because you won't be able to focus. Some people can, but most people, if they are playing like a lot of video games or watching movies and stuff, you won't be able to focus. So like choose your like activities carefully. Have a few of them and focus on them. Don't do a bunch of small random stuff. Don't let people say you don't have to work in year 12. You just catch me year 13. I'm telling you, I'm in year 12 looking at year 13 content. You're cooked if you do that. Like some year 12 content is bloody hard. So you think year 13 content is going to be easy. You need your fundamentals. Even with like maths, you need your GCSE fundamentals. I had that problem where I kind of fluked maths GCSE. Led that to be, I didn't know some like trig rules or whatever. I promise you the whole of chapter 9 pure maths was hell until I went back on GCSE maths and redone trig, and then I redone A-level trig. You need to have your fundamentals for the topics, especially if it's a topic which you could have taken in high school. So like maths or computer science. If your GCSE maths knowledge, if your GCSE computer science knowledge, or whatever other subject is weak, your fundamentals are weak, you're screwed. You need to put time into that at the start of the year. Luckily for me, I got called out on it because I flopped the A-level maths test at the start of the year. They were like, this is GCSE stuff, where you going wrong? I need to pattern this, and now alhamdulillah, I'm like, doing well. Don't let school's test get in front of God's test. I know some man, like, obviously, to each their own, yeah, like, you commit your sins, I commit my sins, and may God forgive us. But they don't pray because they're in school, because there's an exam. They won't fast because there's an exam. And I've seen it happen. Wallahi, I know people that didn't fast because of exams. I'm not going to name their names here, but how are you giving up God's test for a puny test in school? That is horrendous. Like, how can you feel good in that exam? How can you sit in that exam and be like, I've sat to impress my parents and to impress the teacher, but I can't sit here and serve God? Are you delusional?
The brother asked a very good question. Hope they answer the question.
This test means nothing. I'm telling you, half the exams in A-level don't mean anything. It's only your UCAS exams that mean anything, and your mocks. The mini exams don't mean shit. As long as you don't do like horrible in them, they will not affect your predicted grade. If I got A's all year, but I get a C on the UCAS exam, do you think they're going to predict me an A? No. But if I get B's all years and I get A in UCAS exam, are they going to predict me an A? Probably. So stop focusing on the mini test. If it's a big test, bro, just grind for it. Like, the exam workflow for grinding exams is the final thing though. Kind of forgot about that, I can't lie. I don't study when I go home. I sleep. So what I do is, let's go from the end of the day to the start of my day. I get back at like 4. If I'm tutoring that day, I'll tutor from 4 to 6, and then I'll sleep. If I'm not tutoring, then I will usually focus on one of my passion things, so like programming. 4 to 6, do that. 6 o'clock, sleep. I know it sounds very, very early, but if you sleep between 6 and then like 2:30, it's giving out 30 minutes to fall asleep, whatever. That 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. window, that 4 hours 3-4 hours of study and work, I'm telling you, I make more out of that than I would if I stayed up late at night, even if I would have more time late night. And those 4 hours you split into 2-2-hour blocks and you do 2 different subjects for 2 hours. So for example, when Monday's coming, which is in a few days, I'm going to wake up at 2:30. From 2:30 to 4:30, I'm going to do further maths core pure 1. I'm going to do a past paper and like some then targeted questions on chapter 2, and then from there I'm going to do about hour and a half of computer science, and that is literally it. And it just practice problems. Once you know the topics from class, practice problems. If you need to refresh yourself, watch a video. There is so many YouTubers who have done every single topic for maths, further maths, computer science, economics, all the sciences. If your school has Uplearn, we have that, you can use that. If you use integral maths or further maths, you can use that. But honestly, just bang out practice problems. There is no need to rewatch and remake notes. It is the most useless thing. I know some brothers who will literally be like, I spent 2 hours rereading and remaking notes. That is so useless unless you're doing it from memory, but clearly they're not. Like, clearly they have a textbook open. That is so useless. I promise you, you will make nothing out of that compared to 1 hour of practice problems. And I know if you're like, oh, but what if you don't know the content? That is a very, very valid point. If you don't know the content, pay attention in lesson. And if you still don't know it, ask your teacher. There is nothing wrong with asking your teacher a question if you don't understand. Like, even if you're pissing people off by asking questions, ask them at break, ask them at lunch. The teacher will be happy to help you. They'll see that, oh, this kid wants to do good. They'll predict you higher even. They'll be like more willing to, do well for you. You pay them respect, you ask them a question, you show interest in their subject. Of course they'll pay you back. Just ask, because a bunch of people are going to be thinking the same thing as well. I know the amount of times I have asked the question, or I've seen someone ask a question and be like, I've heard people say, oh, I wish I asked that, or like, oh, I was wondering that as well, or oh, I wasn't sure as well. You know what I'm saying? So there's no harm in asking questions. I promise you, it's not that deep if you ask a question, because asking that question will save you like 20-30 minutes. Imagine you miss out a topic and it's fresh in your mind right now, right? You can ask the question, your teacher will be able to summarize it for you in like 5 minutes. Or you go home, you have to relearn the whole topic and you still won't understand it fully. Which one is a better use of your time? You tell me that. And I promise you, to the 90% of people that don't want to follow the workflow, so that don't want to wake up early, first of all, you, but second of all, you know what you're doing to yourself. You know if you don't want to get good grades, you can go late nights, you can go play games all night. Do your thing, yeah. I couldn't care less. It doesn't affect me. But what I will say is, you're screwed. If you are literally just chilling in A-level, you're screwed. There is no chill time. Like, I went on holiday. The amount of time now I gotta like bring back from that, it's long day. There's times to chill, but you can't be chilling throughout the year like that. Anyways, inshallah we do good. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.